My door opening was kind of a weird size, so I thought accordion doors were probably the easiest bet for this utility closet. So first I had to add a piece of board at the top and on the side because I had asked the drywall finishers to wrap everything, but they did not for some reason on these two parts. So we just had to add some trim so we could case this out down the road, but you might not have that step. The next thing I did was I measured the height from the floor to the top of the opening, and I did this on each edge and in the middle because the odds that this is going to be perfectly consistent all the way across are pretty slim. So I just wanted to cut it to the shortest point so that my accordion door did not drag anywhere once I installed it. Just to get an idea of the total assembled height, I took the track that's going to mount to the top that everything's going to hang from and the clip that slides in that and the actual accordion door hangs from. And I assembled one clip and then put it in the gliding track to see kind of how much of a height difference that made up. And then I extended my tape measure to the height that I had measured for the opening. Then what I did was I taped the accordion door together so when I cut it, it wasn't all jaggedy. Now I just taped this off and made my mark and I cut it on a chop saw. If you don't have a chop saw, you could also do this with a hacksaw as well. Just tape it off first so you're not getting a jankety cut all over your accordion doors. So I did one and then I made my measurement and did this on the other door because for my opening, I'm going to have two doors butting up to each other. I cut my top tracks down to size 2 and then I just held up my vertical pieces and my track for the top to make sure my cuts were right before I started assembling. The door that I bought had kind of a clip system like vertical blinds do, and so it would clip on and they went that way all the way across and then it will slide into the track. But there's one attachment that goes at the end that has a rod that goes through and a screw that tightens in. And I think the point of this was to make sure that this end panel that has the magnet on it keeps it the proper direction instead of turning when it's on the track. Because I'm doing a double door application, I was able to put up one track, slide the doors on, and put the second track on. But one thing the instructions specify, if you're just doing one door and you're in a tight spot, when you cut that top track, make sure to leave like an extra 1/8 of an inch so it's not snug in the opening so you can twist it perpendicular, slide the door on, and then twist it back into place and then put your 2 end screws on. So I didn't have to do it that way, but if you're just doing one door, you will. You have to screw the outside edges of the doors so they don't all slide in when you pull them. There's a couple kind of flange pieces with holes that you can screw through. You probably could have screwed these on the inside. I could see holes, but I just couldn't fit in there because of the components inside my closet. But I think you could screw on either side if you wanted to hide your screw holes. This is a basement. I didn't care too much. To put the handles together, all you do is put these little dowel pieces in between them and then force them together. It's kind of hard to push them together, so I actually wasn't able to get it all the way squished tight with my hand. So I got it on here for now, and I'm gonna grab a clamp and just tighten it down on there to hopefully pull it the rest of the way. Athena told me, yeah, Mom, they're fine. Let's go get some lunch. And if you're still here, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel.